Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Building with Sausage. This is Mythical Sausage here. Hello, what is up? How is everybody doing? Man, today we're back again doing another tutorial. This time we're going to be concentrating on trees. So this is going to be awesome because we're starting out with my favorite tree, the spruce tree. And I'm going to go ahead and show you different custom ways to make that spruce tree, all the way from a sapling all the way to the big boy, all the way over there in the back. And it's going to be awesome because not all trees are grown up automatically, so it's cool if you're gonna go ahead and add some custom trees to your world at different stages of growth. And that's what we're gonna be doing, giving you some inspiration. You can plop down these in your world, and also you know what, let me know which trees you want me to do next. You want me to do oak, birch? Do you want me to do some dark oak? Let me know what you want to see as a custom tree, and I'll show you little evolutions of that tree. So let me know down below, comment, hashtag, whatever it is you want, and we could probably do it for the next episode. But today we're doing spruce. Let's do it. So let's flip. So we're gonna start out just by looking at this little tiny little baby sapling. So this is awesome. So it starts out as a sapling, and then we're gonna go ahead and go on to this one. This is super simple to make. I'll show you right now. And again, I'm gonna be building these, but they're not gonna come out exact, and they can't come out exact. Make them unique, make them different, customize them as you see fit, and just plop them in your world. So let's start with this simple one. All this is right after the sapling. This will be the next stage of evolution of spruce. So let's just do a little bit of custom tree action. So I'm gonna go with a spruce fence, and we're gonna go up by, let's say, 3. Turn one corner and take one up. It could be at this direction, it could be in any direction. You can add different variants, one down, one up. Put them anywhere you like. Now this one, we're just gonna plop in a couple just a couple of leaves so that it looks nice and fluffy, and that's it. Nothing else to it. Maybe that's, you could add a little more if you want, go down a little bit, go up, but there, your simple beginnings right here. Also, a little thing I wanted to mention is we're not using a texture pack today. We're going straight vanilla. Only thing we're adding, if you notice, these trees look so good like this. So this is just a little add-on pack that you can add to your Java. It's just called Better Leaves. It's by our boy Germ's a boy. So I'm gonna put a link in the description if you want to give your bushes a little more life. If not, it still looks good in regular default without it, but it just looks so much better with it. Now this is the next stage. So once this tree goes up a little more, it'll turn into this one. So this tree right here, let me show you how to do this. So again, we're going with our fences, and I'm gonna go up. Let's start going up. Let's go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Let's go up a 9, and you can do 9 8 7, maybe 10. I want to go higher than 10 because then we'll almost get into this version here. So maybe 10 9. This one we're going to go with 9, and then here we're just going to pop out some fences in certain spots. I'm not going to do all the way around like this because it's too simple like that. There could be some on the same line like this one, but I don't want to put too many, and we'll go up gradually like so. And I like leaving at the end maybe 1 or 2 gappers like that, and that's perfect. So something like this, super simple. You can add more if you like, but I don't want to put too much. Let's take a little spin around. I think that's good. We only have 1 on this side, so maybe adding 1 more here might be a little better. There you go. And you just eyeball it, but let me show you how we're doing it. So let's plop now on top of every single fence. I'm gonna plop out 1 just to make it easy to follow. Let's plop out 1 on each. On the tippy top, let's go up by 2. I always like going up 2 from the top of the fence post. So then let's go like this. Maybe plop 1 here, plop them on top of every single one. Now that we have all of them on every single one, let's start playing around with some stuff. So I'm gonna put 1 on the bottom. Let's see, let's put 1 down here in the center right there. Let's maybe plop 1 here in the side of that. That looks good. And eyeball it. Now you want to give it some fluff to it, right? But you also don't want to have everything too lined up. Like you don't want to go straight up like this on it, unless you're doing a specific version of that tree. But for this one, the way I like doing it, we'll go straight up with it. But most of these spruces, if you notice, they have a fluffier bottom, like an outer end. Like most of these go out a little more. See right there on the edges, on the bottom pieces. So then we're gonna do the same. So we're gonna keep that style going. So let's pop in and plop around a little more on the bottom edge, so it looks a little fluffier like this. Let's plop it around. See, like that, just a little bit of fluff. And then as you go up to the top, it's gonna get smaller. So like this, let's pop maybe a little more on this side, maybe 1 here. Let's see, that looks really good. I think that's it. I don't really think we need to put more. Just go as you see fit, do it on your own, and see how much you can actually make it your own. But you don't have to do it exactly like me, but hopefully this gives you guys a little bit of inspiration. But I think that's good. I think that's good. The tree's growing up. Let's give it a little round around, twisted twist. Yeah, that looks good. You can always add more. Sometimes I'm never satisfied. I'll keep adding and adding, but eventually you gotta let go. So that's it. That's perfect. Let that go. Now, this time, we're gonna go ahead and graduate to the next stage. I love this one so much. This one, we're gonna add the log, and this time we're adding the regular spruce wood, just in case if you do wanna add any pop-outs or anything. Over here is where we're gonna do a lot more pop-outs. You don't have that cut edge on the side like the regular logs do. So right here, let's go right there. Pop it right here. And now this one, let's go up. From here, we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 17 I think is a good number. That looks good. And you can eyeball it, go as high as you want, but I think between 17, 18, that's a good number. Maybe 15 to 18 is a good number for me. Now, for these, I'm just gonna pop out branches with the fence. So I'm gonna start 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 from the top. 4 from this. And then we're gonna pop out and make your fences pop out at least a good 5 down here. So there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 fences. And then I'm gonna put one also on this side, and then you can just play around with the shapes and where you want to extend them. Again, I'm not gonna go on the same line, so let's pop this one out a little bit, come out this direction, and then we're gonna do another one. Let's go up on this one as well, and let's pop it out right there. 5. That's good. Now, when I have them down here, some of these I like maybe extending them in directions where we haven't actually filled in any branch. So maybe a little bit more this way, maybe fill a little more branch coming out this way, maybe pop out a little more here, and how about popping out maybe a little more on this direction like that. That looks really, really good. Now, let's do this. Let's go up now a couple levels. So I like going up maybe 3 from the last one. So here, 1, 2, 3, and let's pop out, let's see, a little bit more this direction. Now, this one, I'm not going to go out as much as I did here. I'll probably maybe go back a little more, maybe do a 4 or 3. So let's see. This is right here a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like 4 or 3. Don't go too much because, again, the way we're doing it is fluffier on the bottom and it gets smaller as you go up. So that looks good. That's a 1, 2, maybe one more here. Then let's start going up a little bit. Let's see. I'm going to go right here on this level. Let's take this one out and around like so. Let's start going up a little more. And now this one, we're only going to go out maybe 2 or 3 tops. So this is 1, 2, 3. Let's do a 2 here. And as we're going up, maybe no more than 2 or 1 up here at this level. So 1 here, see 1 there, maybe a 2, maybe let's add a 2 here. And then once we get to the top here, maybe just 1s. And up here, I'm gonna probably take this up, maybe 2 like that. And then that looks pretty good. Now, what we're gonna start doing, let's start popping in some bush. So first step, the way I like doing it, I'll just scatter some on top and on the sides of the ones we just placed, and starting on the bottom and working our way up. So let's take it just like so, take it around. I don't want to put any on the bottom of the fences yet. We might sneak in a few as we go along, but let's just take it little by little. And again, you don't have to do it exactly like me. It's gonna be very tough if you want to do it exact. If you do, just put this is slow mode on the YouTube quality options section, I believe, and you can slow it down like this, very slow, if you want to get it really, really slow. But use it as inspiration, and hopefully you guys, do your own, have fun with it. And you don't even need to do it with spruce. You can do it with any bush. You can combine different bushes too and play around with the style and shape, but just go crazy, have fun. Now, this is the first stage. I like how this is going. I might cut back a little more on this and eyeball it. Look at it. Go around. See if it's not too big. If it's too big, I might draw back a little bit and cut it up just a little bit so it's not too crazy. This is the one we're going to get really extended. But I like the way it looks so far. So let's keep going, and we'll come back and we'll fluff it up, play around with it. But first step, let's just put bushes on the sides and on the tops of these fences. So let's keep this going. And something you don't want to do is overbush. Sometimes overbushing you get to spam too much, and it doesn't look realistic. You want to give space for light to flow down. When you look down, you want to see grass. When you look up, you want to see sky. So you don't want to do too much. So let's just keep it up. Let's keep doing it. Another thing I like doing is adding a little bit of bush wherever there isn't any fences, like in here, in the inside part. Play around with it. Add a little bit, take away, and see how it looks as you go through. But this is something that takes a while in survival. Creative, it's kind of quick. But if you're doing it in survival, have a lot of scaffold blocks. Well, if you're not in 114, have a lot of dirt. Have a lot of, you know what's a good one to use? Netherrack also, since it breaks so fast. But dirt, pretty good go-to block. Also sandstone. Sandstone breaks up pretty quickly. So once we get to the tippity top over here, I'm gonna line it up a little bit here. And again, here I'm gonna go up 1, 2, and you know what? Let's do a 3 just to give a little more space up here. And that looks so good. Let's take a step back. It's looking good, right? See, it's starting out big and it's flowing up straight into the middle. Let's just add a little bit more life, especially in the middle parts right here. Let's go inside for a little bit. Also, I'm gonna start flicking in a little bit of these underneath as well. So right now it's looking very cool, and don't be afraid to show a little bit of the branches, show a little bit of the big bark in the middle. It's also really cool to see, especially in these builds. So down here I'm gonna pop in a little bit on the bottom, just so you don't see that much undercarriage of the branch. So let's go under here a little bit, just a little bit, not too much. I also like showing a little bit of this branch, but cover up a little bit so it's not so much. So something like so. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe a little more on this side. Let's see. And now let's take a little spin. So this is looking pretty good. One thing I don't like too much is this part here. Let's cut back a little bit. There we go. It's almost like a bonsai tree. You know, you start tweaking it, you know, the way you want it, so it's not so crazy. Here, like I'm gonna take some of this away. That looks good. I think that looks great. I think that looks good. Maybe a little more right over here, just to add a little more connection to that. And maybe a little bit more on this end right here. I think that looks good. Let's see at all angles. So this is a good angle. It looks good. Let's check it out on this angle. Looks good. I like that some of these are a little fluffier in spots. That's pretty cool. Here's another one right there. On this angle, it looks good. I think here it might need a little bit. So let's maybe pop in right there. There we go. So yeah, I'm loving that. Perfect. So there you go. That's another one. Now for the big boy. This one, it's a little bit thicker on the base, as you notice here. So the way I like doing this is start going up in the middle here. So from here, let's just take it up. So right now we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, about 31. And I think 31, 32, 33, that's a good number. You can go crazy, go big, or you can maybe go, I would say no more than maybe 5, maybe, I don't know, 7 to 10 bigger than this guy, just to give it a big growth. And you can go crazy, go bigger. You can even go smaller in this style, but have fun with it. Now, the way I start this base, from down here, I'm going to go in every corner from here. Let's go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you start out with a 6, and then you know what? Start trimming and adding from here. So let's see. I'm gonna add maybe 2 here, 1 here. Let's add 1 there. Let's add 3 here, 2 here. Let's add 2 here. Let's add 1 here. And you know what? Let's maybe trim down 2, trim down 1. Let's trim down 1 here and just play around. That's just one style, and you can just go crazy. You add more, add bits, extend down, but this is just a simple version of that. Over here, I did add a couple little slabs here and there, maybe 1 here, maybe some trapdoors in some of them, maybe some fences in others, maybe right here, stuff like that, and just play around with it. So here's a little custom right there. Perfect, done. Now, this is how I'm gonna do this one. So we're gonna add big branches and small branches. So the big branches, let's just start from whatever level you left off here. I like going up 3 at least. So 1, 2, 3. So let's start extending out. So I'm gonna extend out maybe a couple here and start twisting them in certain directions. So something like that. That's a 1 out right there. But let's go up 1. Let's take this out 1, 2, maybe a little twist. Take this out and maybe a little curve this way. That looks good. And then let's do another one here. So let's take it out 1, 2, curve this way. Let's curve a little more and something like that. Maybe 1 on this end. So we're interchanging some in one level, some in another. And let's go like this. That looks really good. Now, what I'm gonna do is let's go up a little more. So I'm gonna go up maybe from the last one up 1, 2, 3. Let's see, that looks good. And then again, we're gonna make these a little bit smaller, not as long, because again, our trees are going up and more tighter as we go up. So let's turn this up here. I think that's a good amount. Let's go here another level. That looks good. Let's put that back. Let's go out here a couple. Let's do a 3 here. All right, let's go up here. Let's go a 2. As we go up, we're gonna get a little bit smaller. Let's see, let's take these out like so. And then we're up here. We're gonna go just a bit smaller as we get to the top. Maybe just singles like that. And I think that should be good. Okay, I think that's a good amount. Now we can add and take away. So let's actually go in here now with some fence. And I'm gonna start stretching some of these out. We're gonna go in certain directions that we can actually expand on the bottom. Maybe take it down this way, something like so. See, this part I like adding here because there's nothing, is empty. So I would take my fences to the spots where there's no big branch. So let's take some this way. Let's take some this way. Maybe take some out like so. These are gonna go out this direction as well. Let's pop some more into the middle area like so. Let's actually maybe come over here, adding a couple more like so. And then these, you could just eyeball it, see where you are missing and lacking in branches. So you want to have the most coverage for this. So I think taking these out like that looks very, very good. And then we can also add some fences around in certain spots where you see these gaps, these connections between two branches. Also a really cool spot to add some more. See, like right there. And then these can expand as well with the branches in this direction. Like that. Just play around with it. And there's so many different ways to do it. So many different styles of doing just spruce trees by itself. So hopefully you guys getting in some inspiration. Maybe you can create your own style just by getting inspired by this one. And I love it when you guys take some of my stuff and just tweak it and make it your own. If you do make any of these, send me some pictures on Twitter, or we have a Discord server. Join it, add it in your post, your build section. We got a lot of awesome and amazing people who are so good, who are building every day some cool stuff there. Join it, join the server, add some stuff into the community. We have a bunch of amazing people on there. But man, I love seeing you guys build this stuff up. So from once we get to this top, let's go up again. We're gonna go up again, 1, 2, and 3, and we're gonna take it up. That looks really cool. And now we have our skeleton. So we can still add, take away, put extra stuff. And like here, it looks like it's missing a little bit. Let's add a little more, and we can play around with stuff here. Let's see, something like that looks good. Maybe a little more. Okay, I think we're good. Let's start doing how we did it over here. So start at the bottom. Let's start putting some stuff right over the top, and then let's start putting stuff around the branches like so. And we're gonna play around with it, see how fluffy we can make it and not look completely weird. So let's just take this around here. Hopefully this video is not too long. Rebuilding custom trees from the ground up do take a little bit of time if you're not just showing and telling. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this little video here. So let's see, let's keep going around surrounding this tree. Let's go up to the top, go on to the sides. Also, we're gonna go on the bottom at the end just like we did on the other one, but let's cover some spots here in the front first. And again, don't be scared to show branch. Don't be scared to show tree bark. It's really cool when you can see through it a little bit. Some spruce trees are a little bit different. Some of them could actually be very full and cover up a lot of space, and it's hard to see through it. But these are different. The way I'm doing it, I want to see branch. I want to see twigs and branches through. I want to see bark on my spruce, but it's fine. Play around, have fun with it. Hopefully you guys are adding these to your world, adding a little bit more life, and it's so cool when you add these to your world. It makes a Minecraft world just stand out even more. And you know what, it's cool to have the default ones every once in a while, but when you pop some of these, you really can tell you really customize that world as much as possible. So hopefully you guys are adding these. These do give a lot of life to the world. But you know what, let's keep on. We're almost done here. Let's take a step back and see how we're going. These are really good. This might be a little too fluffy over here, so we can draw back now on some of these. And don't be afraid to knock stuff down. Don't just leave it if you don't like it, if you're not comfortable with it. If you want to look at it and you're like, oh man, every time you see that tree, you say, I could have just tweaked it a little less. I could have knocked back some bushes here. Do it. Don't be satisfied. If you don't like how it looks, take it out and start again if you want. But you know what? This Minecraft, you can always restart, rebuild, add more details, take away. If you're satisfied one day and then the next day you're not, go back, tweak it, keep going. You can never stop. It's cool. Now, I think we're good with this. Once we get to the top, I'm going to go up by 3 on this one. Let's spin around a little more down here. And let's see what it looks like. I might draw back a little bit there. I think that might be a little too much. Let's go down here on this side. Let's tweak a little more here. And let's take another little quick step back, but I think I want to add a little more there. There we go. Let's take a step back. That's looking good. We need a little more fluff though up here, so it's not one straight line. So let's add a little bit more on this tippy top. Let's use these branches that we built to our advantage and add a little bit more up on the tip of the top. Let's see, maybe a little more here. Let's give a little more fluff to the bottom there. That looks good. That looks awesome. Okay, let's take a little step back, analyze, see where we're at and what we can add, what we can take away. Let's see, something like this maybe. Oh, there we go. That's looking a little better. Okay, now over here we do need to add a little bit more. Let's pop out a couple branches here. Maybe there we go. Yes, yes, yes. That looks awesome. Maybe another more, a little more over here. Maybe one up top. Yes, that's fluffing it out a little more. Let's go in here, maybe add a little more on this side. Let's add some more on that. How about a little more here? And a little more there. Here we definitely need a lot more. Let's add some more fluffiness in this little branch part. The bigger ones, they do take a lot longer again because they are bigger, but these are hard to get right sometimes because you really want to cover as much area as possible, not leave too much empty space, and cover as much fluffiness as you can. So let's see if we can do some justice to this big boy here. So I think right there looks good. Let's take another angle. How about this angle? Oh, that is a nice angle. I see we might need a little more on this end. How about we fluff up a little more over here? But we don't have a branch there, so that's fine. It doesn't have to be a perfectly symmetrical tree too. That's another thing. You don't want to have to go exactly symmetrical on these. These are organic. There's no symmetry in organics. Go crazy. So let's see. Maybe a little more on the tippy top here. And maybe a little more on the branches here. Let's see. Let's take a step back. Take a look from this side. I love it. I love what's happening right now. Now, you know what I want to add? Maybe a little more popping out. And let's put some on the underside here now. Let's go down here for a second. Just like we did on the other one, add a little more life to this bottom end right here. Let's see. Maybe a little more right there. A little more. Let it hang down. Not too much. Not like a big old willow tree or anything. We might do some custom willows too. If you guys are down, let me know. But I think something like this looks good. Just a bit. Not too much. Just a little bit underneath the branches like so. There we go. Just a little bit. Let's see, maybe a little here. Let's see down here. That looks already pretty good. I think that's good. I think we're done. Let's see, let's add maybe another one here. Maybe come inside right there a little more. There we go. And let's take a little spin. Let's look from down here. Oh, I like that. Maybe a little more right here. There it is. That looks awesome. That looks awesome. Let's take a step back. That looks good. I love this. Let's take another spin this direction. Let's check how it is on this side. And you want to get all the angles in. I love it. I love it. This side. Oh, the God rays. Let's go. And then let's check this side. You know what? I'm happy with it, except for this one thing right here that's bothering me. There we go. There it is. You know what? I like it. I really, really, really like it. We could keep adding like crazy, but there you go. Let's take a quick little look at all of these. What do you guys think of these? These cool spruce trees, I like them. You know what? There's other ways you can do them. You can even make sure like maybe like the wind took some of them. You don't have to go straight up. You can go in different angles. You can have ones that are on the floor. Just pretty much just replicate this, but spread out on the floor. And that's another version. There's so many different ways you can do these, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's any other types of trees you want me to evolve from a little sapling all the way to the different levels of growth. Let me know down below. I'm so down to do another one coming up. The one who gets the most votes, the most suggestions wins, and we'll do that on the next one. But thank you again so much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this little tree episode. But I'll be back very soon with some more Minecraft stuff. See you guys on the next one. Goodbye.